but like bad stuff happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we tell him about that, and then he goes, "Yeah, we're not focused on that. We're here to talk about Cameron." I was like, "What? You're literally like getting rid of
That's stuff
like these are like bad things. Okay, these things are terrible things, and he's just like putting it aside." So I'm like, bro, I don't understand this guy. And then he basically told me I have to stay because I outwork everybody, and it makes everybody wanna. So I'm like here, and then here's everybody. But if I'm working harder than everybody, he'll tell them to be up here. So then I'm basically like helping them. Like, okay, I'm here. Coach tells them to work harder, and they just move up, and like I'm like kind of chasing them. So, or I'm basically like humbling them in practice. That's what he told me. So
that's so.
yeah,
That's, you're humbling them in practice, but you don't get time to play. That's
yeah,
great. That makes no sense.
it's mind
That makes no
boggling,
sense.
bro. It's
Bro,
yeah. But anyways,
that's dumb, bro.
yeah. I was player of the game though. I was player of the. So I got. We have this radio thing like at the end of the game where they interviewed like the best players at the end of the game, and I was one of them. So that's good. That's good. But like he asked me questions I wasn't ready for it, and I was kind of like, oh yeah, this is good. Like I was getting comfortable. I have it, but I'll send it to you later.
Oh yeah, please.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Well, you deserve it, man. You deserve it. That's crazy.
Okay, so I'm recording right now, but
yeah.
I tried to get it on my computer, but I don't have my login on my computer, so so
yeah, mine is it like for whatever reason it doesn't think I'm me on the computer, so I can't log in on the computer for whatever reason. So it kind of sucks. So
yeah. But
yeah,
anyways, you can like introduce yourself, like say what you do, like state your name and occupation. So good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my name is Joel Pollard. I am 22 years old right now, and I live in Louisiana. I'm a firefighter EMT, and I also teach martial arts, specifically Jeet Kune Do.
It's so yeah. So I'm gonna say how we met. So like on the first day of the cruise, I was playing basketball. This guy came up to me, and I was just like, "What is this guy doing, bro? He's just kind of talking to us." Like, but then he started saying some like interesting stuff. Like he pulled out, he did he did like this magic trick, and I was kind of impressed. He like, I don't know, it was like I pulled out a card, and then like on his lock screen was the card. I was kind of impressed, but he did that. I was like, okay, this guy's kind of cool. And then we talked a little bit more after that, and then basically hung out every single day till the end of the cruise. So I don't have the video yet. Yeah, but I don't have the cruise video yet, but it'll come out soon. I just don't have time to do it. It's probably gonna be like 30 minutes long, 40 minutes long, something like that. Yeah, like all the videos and pictures and all that stuff and where I went, it's gonna be all in that video. So.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna edit so it makes it funny and gives it context. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And yeah. So like, what do you for like the people that are listening? What do you what is your occupation and like what do you do on the side other than your job?
So occupation-wise, I spend firefighter EMT. So for our department, we do like firefighting, so like all stuff like rescue, firefighting. We also do like EMS, so that means like, and so pretty much in the U.S., most fire departments either do A, like just fire, or B, they do fire and medical. Like we do both fire and medical, and so that's like my like career job, firefighter EMT, and my busy station. I work there, but then on my days off, I train guys in janking and stuff. And so the martial arts is like more like actual hobby. Like that's what I really do. Also, I do like content too. I forgot to say that, but I do content too. So those three, like, they're like my passions, but also like my ways I make money too.
Yeah. said you had like a course. I saw that. I saw it was free. I was like, I don't know if I wanted to get into it and learn martial arts, but I don't know. I was kind of
Yeah, so
pondering on it.
yeah, I mean, it's no pressure, but it's some free on Jeet Kune Do, and Jeet Kune Do because it's very like niche. No one really hears about it because like sounds weird, and but pretty much Jeet Kune Do is Bruce Lee's personal fighting system, and that's why I teach it. It's similar to MMA, but it's under the guise of like real violence, real fighting. So things like going to the eyes, throat, the groin, but it still has the striking, the kicking, and the grappling, and all that. So I have a course teaching like the basics and concepts of that, and then I also have a free self-improvement course as well. And so I do have those two courses, but yeah.
Yeah, teachers martial arts. I mean, why not? Why not go do martial arts? I mean, I did it in the past, but that's when I was like really little. I mean, I still kind of remember some things like with the bow staff, just like kind of doing this. That's basically all I remember. But yeah, so martial arts, business entrepreneur, dude. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Like you.
yeah,
Like you,
basically like me, yeah, but not as like super locked in as he is. But yeah, so I gotta get locked in somehow. My business partner is lacking, but I mean I'm letting him be until until we actually like have to lock in.
So yeah, is your business partner just like after school, pretty much, or
he so basically he's my friend Jason. He's almost 17, and he's like really ambitious. He's always doing something.
That's good.
Yeah, but yeah, but he's got a girlfriend. He easily gets distracted. Always wants to do new things because he's really really ambitious. So I mean, I'm letting him do his own thing, and then he's got this website called Creatorly AI. So basically, it helps like creators like build their website, build their YouTube platform, and stuff like that. So that's what he's working on. But he's also gonna do it with with our agency. So our agency has better ads and has better content for or like produce better ads for businesses. That's what we're gonna use it for. So I mean,
that I've heard that makes a lot of money too.
Yeah,
like that's a good idea because you're already gonna be marketing and selling to businesses anyway, so also they have money. So that's that's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's just like super hard.
Having a partner, like you said, is like good in some ways. Because like if they're like good and ambitious and like don't work together well, then they can really help you and stuff. But I do like you do my own thing because having a partner, if you're not on the same page or if he's not, if it's not locked in doing what he's supposed to do,
Yeah.
it kind of messes you up. So like right now, like my own thing, I got social media going. I teach like a few guys, so like that's just like totally on like when they're free, we just get together, we do stuff. So it's I kind of like the freedom to like do whatever I want. I just like, hey guys, I'm be out of town, I can't do anything this week, but I like the freedom to do myself, But then on that, it is harder because you're by yourself. So it's harder. So yeah.
Yeah, always being busy. Never have time to do anything that you want to do, but still doing what you want to do. But it's towards something that's like way harder and it's like more tiring and stressed out. Like all that stuff.
Yeah, I feel it, man. I mean, I literally started posting. Bro, I started posting like sophomore, freshman year of high school, and no views for like, let me think, probably the whole high school. I'm trying to think, I did not get any views for 4 straight. Like, they really was like that. I went to college, I was going to ETE, so I could be on the fire department and stuff, and that's when it started to finally pop off a little bit, like in college. Like, okay, I'm actually getting traction, so it's cliche. People say, like, just stick to it, never give up. But like, it really is like, like you're gonna put in a lot of time, but like that's how it's gonna work. Like it took 4 years, and I'm finally like seeing some success. And even like the courses I do like courses, and I train people online too, and that's something I've been doing for like the past couple months. But I've tried to do that like maybe a year or so ago and had like zero success. And now it's like after a year later of trying, I'm finally like getting success. So with everything you can do is not gonna work at first, but the whole point really is to keep going because as long as you don't stop, you're gonna make it. That's really it.
Yeah. Well,
everything it's not gonna work at first because that's how it is.
Yeah, I see it as like learning the psychology of something, and we're gonna talk about one thing you told me about. It was on the cruise ship, and it helped me out a lot actually. So we're gonna talk about that real quick. Um, how to get girls, how to acquire girls. That's one thing this guy taught me how to do, and it worked within like a week. Or he taught me within the week of being on the cruise. I basically took notes and like mental notes, and I used them, and it worked. So I mean, I don't really know how to talk about this. It's kind of weird, but you can like break it down in like some parts, and then I'll kind of like get onto it. So like, where do you want to start from that?
So it's funny enough, like you said, I'm single right now, but it's fine. I'm really just grinding on like martial law and like making money via like social media and stuff. So that's like my main focus right now, So that's fine, but so yeah, I mean, like I feel like most guys, I feel like most guys, especially like going in high school, middle school, we're taught, we're taught how to go to college, go to school. We're taught how to drive. We're taught how to do all these things. But like guys, when it comes to girls, nobody really teaches us how to actually like say how to interact. You see on movies, hey, be yourself, go be yourself.
Yeah.
Be the girl.
Yeah.
And that is terrible. No, it's not how that works. It's not how that works. But in a way that does work, but that it messes guys up because nobody actually teaches us this, The one thing I would say, watching a few guys what helped me first is like actually watching it because I think I told you it'd be very like red pillish and like very like black pill to talk about. I'm trying to keep it like more somewhat motivational. I think of it almost like skill. Just guys just don't. It's a skill that guys don't have. It's not our fault. It's like with an attractive girl, she's gonna have guys approaching her, guys talking to her, guys dealing with her. She's gonna get practice. Whereas if you're a guy and you not really have much interaction, like you just don't get any practice. So like, how are you gonna be good if you don't get any practice? Like
it's like
how are you gonna be good at your first year doing it? Like you're not. You have to have the practice and reps and experience.
Yeah,
so like the same thing with the girl. So the two books I will say, or one book I really say,
The Game.
Start with like this because it really, exactly.
The Game, yeah.
It really is just understanding the psychology. Like you said, understanding the psychology. It's not. Once you understand what girls are like attracted to, what they actually want, then it becomes easier. But the game, Neil Strauss, that's obviously a really good one. He talks about that, and all the books are always from a base of the guy. He's an unattractive, short guy, terrible, had no success. And then learn psychology, all this stuff, and it's really just learning what girls want, what they're attracted to, just understanding them more. That's all it really is. And then through that, you got more success, and it works. But that one, I would say two. You can watch John Zerka. John Zerka is really good on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's
I know.
really good at talking to girls. He's really good. Nico is really good too. He doesn't have stuff like that anymore, like talking to girls, but he was really good too.
Wait, who's it's
Nico.
Who?
His name's Nico. He's a YouTuber.
I know Sneeko, but like, there's another guy.
Yeah.
There's another guy. He was with Neil Strauss. He's got like.
Okay, yeah.
Who's that?
So Mystery, he's like a
Mystery.
Very famous pickup artist.
Yeah.
Mystery, yeah.
Yeah.
And he actually really invented the whole thing called pickup. He went out, talked to a lot of girls to understand like what to say, how to say it. Because again, if you're like most guys, you just don't know what to say. You don't know what to do. You literally don't. So it's like, where do you start from? So Mystery, he really started this stuff. He went and just talked to a lot of girls and got rejected a ton. He did it over and over and over again to see like, oh, if I just go up to a girl and say, you're really pretty, can I have your number?
That's not going to work.
It doesn't work unless you're incredibly handsome. Unless you're just like amazing looking, it's not going to work. You can't just give them a compliment for no reason out the gate. And so,
see, what I would say is you have to be curious. That's what I would say. If you're like the most mid-looking guy ever, you have to be curious. Just like say something out of the blue, and like to get a girl's attention, because that's how like girls will be only attracted to something if it's either random or just good looking, because their mind works in like I would say like on different spectrums. Like they're attracted to something that's like shiny or something, or something that will get their attention quick. That's why girls like jewelry and all this good looking stuff, because of the way they think and what they see. That's personally what I think.
Yeah, a part of it is that I guess everyone wants attention, and that's one thing. But girls specifically, that's how they're good. They want attention. That's what they want, like jewelry and all that stuff. But if you're a guy and you give your attention to her super easily out the gate, then that can be a turn off. That can be a turn off. But it's a turn off because ultimately, what you really learn from this is that attraction is not a choice. That's the attraction, not a choice. That if you convey certain things to the girl, she will be attracted. So with that being said, girls are attracted to a high value guy, which is like a very like cheesy thing to say now. I mean, it's very like some guys like mess with the term, but just by nature, a girl is going to be attracted to a guy that tall, good looking, has money, has status, charismatic, funny. Like that's the guy they want someone with value, high value. So if you're a guy and you just give your attention to her off the gate for no reason, in her mind, it kind of gives you a red flag, because a high value guy, or the guy that she likes, doesn't do that. The guy that she likes is leaving her on red, is barely talking to her. So that's like a whole other thing you get into. But I will say though, the game also is a good book. Look into Mystery Method. That's also very good, because the basic is that you just need to understand like the psychology, like you said, like what girls actually want. Because yet again, guys don't know. Like we just weren't taught. We were taught, go up to the girl, say you're really pretty, I love you, and then she'll like
yeah.
That's pretty show. Like nobody tells you how to start a conversation, and then obviously be nervous too. And so how to combat that stuff. So really, do research. I really say that. I'm not the best obviously or anything like that, but that's interesting. But like just being interesting is like an easy way. That's an easy way to make friends, but it's also like an easy way to help the girls make. That's magic tricks. They're very easy. Well, I won't say easy,
but it also grabs their attention too.
Guys could help you. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I do like magic tricks. It's fun, and it's I don't know. I've always liked it. So that's one thing I like to do. But it just shows you're interesting. You're not boring. Like you never want to be boring. You don't want to be boring or lame. Like you want to be interesting, fun. Girls want to have fun. They want to be entertained. So that's why magic tricks are pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see. What would be okay. See, I did. I asked you one question. It was like, what would you describe happiness? Because I have this book. It's I never have the book on me, but
that's good. That's
okay.
Complete.
So, what I think happiness is just like having life, having things like this MacBook that I'm talking to right now, and this phone that I have, and like the people around me, like you, and like all this stuff that I have, is just that's true happiness. Like the things that other people that don't have, that's what brings out the real joy. Like some people don't have that.
Okay. Yeah. I have some different. Okay. I think that's so funny. That's so funny. So I think that's why Um, I'll give my opinion. That's really good. I think for guys, most guys are masculine. We have goals, we have dreams and stuff. For a guy, I think happiness for a guy is having that one passion or dream or goal and going after it. And I think that process of going after that goal is, in my opinion, like the most happiest point in a guy's life. I think I heard of John Zorka had a great quote that if you think back on both guys' lives, you think back on your life, the most happiest or fulfilling times when you were the most masculine, and the worst, saddest, depressed times when you were the most feminine. So, like, for instance, I say me. The phase I am in right now, because right now I'm like very happy, success. I mean, it's very nice, and I'm really working towards stuff. But before then, I was 19. I just got out of high school, and I was working out every day to get ready for the fire academy. And like, I just look back on that phase. It's like I was so driven. Like, I want to be a firefighter, and like nobody thought I could do it. I was a skinny, scrawny kid. Yeah. But I just had this like fire. Like, I really want to do this. I want to, be a firefighter. I want to join. I want to do all the special operations stuff. Like, I want to do all that. And just having that fire to do that. And every day I'd get up, run a few miles, do push-ups, pull-ups. Like, I was working out every day to get in that shape. That whole process was like just fulfilling. It was very simple. Like, I worked in the ER as an ER tech. And so like when I got my EMT, I'm pretty much working in the EMT as the ER, working in the ER as the EMT/ER tech. So pretty much you're doing like BLS stuff, but like vitals, splints, helping nurses out, taking patients up and down. And you're just doing like my ER tech is pretty good for like if you want to do hospital stuff, but you do a lot of stuff. You're doing like actual medical care, and you're doing like everything that a nurse will do, except giving drugs. That's the way I say it. Like splints, vitals, CPR, like you're doing all that stuff.
So like all the statistical stuff.
So I did that. And again,
so like all the statistical stuff that like goes on, like everything about the person that's like injured, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like when I got me, I was working there, so like chest units and stuff, So that's what I do. I worked every shift there, but I worked the night shift a lot before I got on as a firefighter. And so I'd wake up at like 7 a.m., work out, run, do that, then get a shower, go to sleep to get ready for the night shift, and then go in the ER at night from 7 p to 7 a.
Taking a nap in the middle of the day?
It was something about it. I don't know.
That's crazy.
You get used to that. You get used to that. It's not that bad. You just take a nap, and then in the ER, you're like up on your feet doing stuff all the time, so it's not, you don't really get sleepy unless it's like really slow,
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure days get faster as you do it, so.
Yeah, but like to finish the point, like just that time frame of like, hey, I want to do a firefighter, I want to do it, I want to do special operations, and I was actually like in the process doing it. I was working out. To be a firefighter is like a long year process of like doing tests, drug screening, lie detector tests, psychological tests, fitness tests. Like you're doing a lot of stuff to get in because it's very competitive. It's like during that time period, I was doing all those tests. I was passing them, working out, and I see like I'm getting closer to this goal. And just that chase of getting there and finally doing it was like a very like happy time of my life. It's very fun. It was hard, especially the academy. It was hard. It's still like when I look back on like that's just like a dream I always had, and I did it. And it was really good feeling. That's that whole process of chasing it and actually doing it. So I think that for a guy is like peak happiness, like having a goal, having a dream, and then actually like being on the path to make that thing a reality. I think that's where guys are the most happiest.
That's good. I mean, no doubt. That'd probably be my second option. Just because it's like there's a goal, and like the goal is really like it's like treasure to a caveman, if I were to like describe it.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's really good.
No, you're
right. Yeah. Let's see. I had another question. Okay, so there's this there's this test. Okay, I read it in the book that I just told you about. It's a robber walks to a bank, and there's 50 people like inside the bank like doing transactions and stuff, and he goes in the bank and he only shoots you, right? He shoots you in the right arm. Would you say you're unlucky or you're lucky? Because there's 50 other people in the bank that could have gotten shot, but you were the one that got shot.
Yeah. Well, I would used to say like I would used to be like, oh, I'm unlucky, like that would suck. But like now, I've really been trying to like focus on reframing how I think about things. Like it's always for reading books, like you actually reading books. I've learned that you always mentally want to think positive and have positive thoughts. You never really want to water negative thoughts or negative emotions, and so that's only going to bring forth negative stuff. So like now I'm really big on like when I think or like when something bad happens to me, like to not really think about like, oh that sucks, that's terrible, or I'm lucky, like of course it happened to me. Like I really try not to think about that because like having those thoughts are only going to produce more negative stuff, more negative actions. So I mean that's just like I don't be too philosophical, but that's one thing I have been working on because like that stuff is really like manifesting in like your thoughts like manifesting stuff in reality that's really like real. That's like
Yeah, that's like
real.
a
So
real feeling. That's like
yeah, always like focusing on my goals, having stuff positive to think about, not really focusing on like anything negative. But it's like that really will like change your life, like actually. Like for like depression is the easy one for most guys. Most guys feel like have been depressed and someone I was in high school too. But the whole reason of like why I even felt that is because like you have this one sad thought, and like you go down the rabbit hole of like, oh, this sucks. Of course it happened to me. Why does it happen to me? All this and this. But in reality, you don't even want to go down that rabbit hole because it's only going to lead down a deeper, darker path.
exactly.
You really want to, like a man, you want to be thinking about your goals or thinking of like being grateful, positive thoughts. And if you do have something negative, you really want to kind of like just say, okay, that sucks, but I'm gonna leave it like that. You don't want to think about it too much and like worry about it, ponder on it, and just keep thinking about it because that can really like that's only gonna bring forth negative stuff. Like negative thoughts are only gonna bring forth negative actions, and like then the same thing for positive thoughts. Positive thoughts, think about the goal, or all that good stuff is only gonna bring forth good stuff.
Yeah. I also think that too, not because of the book, but just like the thought process of just being like sad. Okay, well, a good example is I did this in practice. Our whole team we were doing 5-on-5. It's called wardrobe. We basically just do 5-on-5, but everything is like a point. So an offensive rebound and defensive rebound is 1 point. A charge is when like somebody's like going up for a layup, but then you like fall back and take a charge. That's 2 points, and then everything else is like 1 point. And our team was down like 3 games, so it was all the games were 5, and our team was just like sloppy. It did not look good. It was just ball hog city essentially. But and then I called a timeout. So like we get in our groups and like we have 1 minute to talk to each other. And I was like, I had my buddy Sai. He's our center, and he was like, guys, we need to be better about this. We can't be putting our heads down. And, we need to look at what we actually need to do. And so I was like, okay, I just need to shoot the ball. He needs to get rebounds, and then that we need to like move the ball more. And then the next 3 games we won, and then we won in sudden death. So I mean, that's positivity. Literally brings you to like positivity is manifestation. I really think that because if you're positive about almost everything, I would say you get sad sometimes, but like that's just how life is. You can't just live a whole life without being sad. There's gonna be like some moments where you're just like disappointed at something, but what I'm trying to say is like if you're positive, like, and you're careful about your steps, positivity will get you towards success. And the book that I read is called The Happiness Advantage. So if it's happiness is your advantage to success, that's what it is. Yeah.
That's dope. I totally agree. I was reading this one book, highly suggested, reality transurfing. It's like that, but it goes like super.
I saw that, dude. I saw that book. It was like $50. I'm like, dude, I'm not buying a book for like $50.
It's insane. Like I'm not like that book. It's incredible. It's awesome.
Did you?
I have the audiobook. It's like I don't like reading books, so I listen to it. So the audiobook, but reality transurfing. That is the book, and it talks super in depth on your thoughts in thinking the right stuff, and it goes like back to I'll say it. I'm a big Christian, and I want to say that. But the Bible talks a lot about you reap what you sow, and this whole law of the universe that you're only going to get in what you put out. That's how that works, An apple seed is only going to produce apples. An apple seed is not going to produce bananas. It's only going to produce apples. The same way, your thought is the same thing. If you think negative stuff, you can't produce positive action through negative thoughts. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You only produce negative thoughts. You're going to have negative actions. And positive thoughts are going to have positive actions. That's how that works. That's why when you're depressed, it's because you go down the negative thought. This starts. And of course she dumped me, and of course she's gonna. And then it just keeps going down because you keep having those negative thoughts. And so happiness is the same thing. It's a positive. It's about this good and then this good, and then that's how that works.
Yes.
And even to like practicality.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. No, okay. Go ahead, continue.
Who's that?
That was my mom. She walked in, make sure everything was okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's like for practicality. I'm a firefighter, and I'm also like special stuff. So like, I'm certified in vehicle extrication. I'm trying to get all my certs. I'm trying to get like the hazmat tech, help rescue. I did some of that as well, but I'm trying to get like, all the cool stuff. And with that though, when you're in like high pressure scenarios, situations like real life, you're in a house fire, or for us, we have this training called like the RIT room. It's like what most firefighters go through. Of like they make a worst case scenario, right? Where like the whole thing is you're a firefighter and you're trying to go into a house fire, trying to rescue a down firefighter. And the RIT room is like it's pitch black, you can't see anything. And you can't see, but it's super, super tight. You're having to squeeze through tiny places, and very stressful. It's incredibly stressful, like terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. The best way I could help people like that don't do this help understand it is that like if you imagine everyone has like a dining room table, right, or a dining room, a nice dining room table that's very neat. Imagine having to crawl under that. With the chairs on the way, with the chairs all together in the way, that's what it feels like. But with the 70 pounds full of gear, blindfolded. Like that.
Blindfolded?
Very stressful.
Jeez.
Yeah, because in real life you can't see. That's the big thing. Like most movies you see with house fires and Chicago fires. Oh, it's the fire. It's like you can see inside the house. 90% of the time, real house fires. Since there's smoke, the smoke fills up the whole house and the whole room, and you can't see anything. Like that is realistic. You can't see it. So
wait, is it like hot or?
It's a lot of the touch and feel. You can't see.
Is it hot or cold? Like when you do the training.
So there's two. There's one that's like fake smoke, and there's another one that's real smoke, and it is warm. It's stressful. Stressful. But like at that time, you're actually good to know your stuff. But with that, so it's very stressful. That's getting that. You can't see, and you're on air too, because like I said. One, there's fake smoke, and the other one, there's real smoke. So you are, like, on air. So that means, like, we're hooked up to a bottle. And so to kind of paint the picture, you go through this maze, and you're trying to find a down firefighter and bring him out. So, like, in my mind, I already know I have to go in the maze, get him, and then somehow bring him out of this maze. Because, like, that's what it's simulating. It's simulating for fighting a fire, and, like, one crew gets trapped, they get stuck, they fall from the floor, something collapses, and I got to go get them,
Yeah.
It's kind of simulating that environment. With that, since I'm on air, obviously, if the house is on fire, there's smoke and flames, and you can't breathe that stuff, you're going to die.
Yeah.
So that's why I have the oxygen. It's not really oxygen, it's compressed air, but with that, it gives you a time frame that I only have 20 minutes of air. So if I'm in there, and I run out of air, that's it. That's a tough, and at first it's like a very stressful
Dude,
game.
that is like the most stressful thing I've ever heard.
Okay, so there you go. This is the point. And with all that, it's very stressful. And the whole point is trying to see, like, are you going to panic? Are you going to quit? Are you going to, like, trying to see where you are mentally? And, like, can you, like, stay calm and think and move under pressure? And the big thing of this is that a lot of guys panic. They panic, but that thing, that's what I'm getting at. Your thoughts. When I was in there, if I'm in there and I get stuck, I'm like, oh, I'm stuck. And I start freaking out. Well, now I'm screwed. I'm done. Yeah. So I have to control my thoughts, try to stay as calm as possible, focus on my breathing, and go in there. And when I do have my thought, my crap, I'm going to tangle up. I'm quick in my mind to be like, okay, relax. I get out of this. Okay, I got to keep going. Like, to make sure I don't panic, to not have negative thoughts, to not think, oh man, what if I don't make it out of here? What if I don't? You can't think that.
Yeah, you can't think that. Like, you'll die. Like,
okay, just like for me, that's the point. That you have those negative thoughts, negative emotions, and it's gonna go down a spiral. That's terrible. So, at the very least, you want to be like, thinking, okay, I gotta go down this hallway, I gotta do this, gotta do that, rub the nozzle. I'm thinking about stuff and not letting my emotions get to me. And I'm not thinking about the worst case scenario. I'm not thinking about, what if the collapse, then I get stuck, or if I get there and then you can't do that. So that's the whole thing about controlling your thoughts. It's a big thing. But in any field of like high pressure, high stakes, anything, you have to control your thoughts. It's very important. And you do want like positive thoughts, or at the very least neutral. At the very least, not panicking, not thinking about what could happen. Just stay like have your mind stay on the mission or stay on the task. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
It's like a good example to kind of show you like how important your thoughts are and how important thinking the right stuff. You got to get most guys they panic and it's like once you panic, that's it. Like you don't. I've never seen someone go from straight panic to calm. It doesn't happen. Like when you start panicking, you're like, it is freak out. Like that's it. You can't do this quick. Like you can't do it. So it's super hard to come out of that panic state, but it's much easier to kind of stay somewhat calm and just keep pushing through and not let yourself get to that point.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's good. I don't think I've ever been in a stressful situation like that. Maybe it was a time when I was I was in a position of like, am I gonna play or not? But I'm also still in that position. But like, I'm in a more comfortable position where it's like, okay, I got this. But like, it was like my sophomore year going into junior year, and I was gonna go on varsity. It's like jumping from the freshman team to varsity level. So I'm having to like literally catch up like 3 years of basketball in like 6 months. So that was probably the most stressful thing because I had to work, or I had to show that I had to work harder than everybody else, which I kind of did on the track. It was like Mondays we would run 800s, 200s we would run 200s, or Tuesday we would run 200s, and then like Wednesday we'd run 300s, or no, Wednesday we would run, what did we run Wednesday? I think we'd lift Wednesday, and then Thursday would be 300s, and then we wouldn't have anything on Fridays. So, when your body's under a lot of stress like that, and you're thinking of like, oh, am I gonna start, or am I even gonna play? Like, that's like super stressful. But like working harder than everybody else, I'd say I was running way harder than everybody else. I was probably in peak shape like my sophomore and junior year. Right now I'm kind of like beer belly because but it's okay. But I was in such great shape, and it was, I was doing so good. But then as soon as like I hit the bench and like you're sitting on the bench and you can be better than these players, the confidence goes from up here to all the way down here, and it makes you not even want to play basketball anymore. But I somehow still have the courage to play, even though I know I'm not going to play. But it's good because I learn throughout the process, like how this could help in my life, because they do help with life lessons. They do say like these motivational quotes and like stuff like that, but I take the quotes and put them in more depth and like see how I can actually like throw it into my life. But also another question and this might be my last question because my computer's about to explode. But
Okay.
when was a time where you were at your lowest, but then you had the realization of this is all I've got. I need to make it out. Like when was that time? Can you tell me when that time?
Oh,
Yeah,
dang, it's tough.
because like you're a firefighter, so like you have to have like a lot of information of when I was down and now I'm up. So like your full thought process.
Well, I mean, I've not felt
like sad, but like
that, like as a firefighter, because I like this. Like I still like even in the academy. Our academy was 7 months long, and 7 months of you just getting yelled at, in trouble with push-ups, running. Like you're getting in trouble for the dumbest stuff. And then of course it's like the whole setup is like if you do something, we all get in trouble. If I do something, we all get in trouble. So that's annoying, but at the same time, it was never like I was never like oh man, I was never too down. I was like annoyed and like hey bro, tighten up, bro. What are you doing? Okay, but I was never at a low spot doing firefighter, even the academy or even now. I think the lowest spots that I've ever been in is just high school in general, honestly.
High school. Jeez, man. High school is not it.
It's like
high school's not it.
It was. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Like you'll, at least in my opinion, I think you'll like. I think you seem like you're ambitious yourself. And you have goals, and I think usually people like that do well out of high school. People like have goals. And for me, it was like I was like a nerdy, skinny kid, and it was like I knew that all the stuff I really wanted to do, I had to wait till I got out of high school. I already knew I didn't want to be a firefighter. I didn't want to do all that stuff. The EMC. I knew I wanted to do content, and I knew I wanted to do martial arts. Funny enough, I knew I wanted to do all that stuff, but yet again, I couldn't really do any of that until I got out of high school. And so that's for me why it was the lowest point because
you want to do all that stuff.
All that stuff. So it was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, doing.
What are you gonna say?
Like doing all that stuff. Like, okay, I feel like I'm in that position right now. So, I mean, I have this business. I'm trading and I'm playing basketball all at the same time. And like just before my game, I was trading in the morning because usually that's when the market opens. But I was trading before the game started, and I won. I think I won like $200, but that's besides the point. Like doing all that stuff is very, very stressful. And like when we actually lock in on this business, it's even more stressful because I have to learn more skills during the business, like how to talk to people. I'm not very good at that, but I have to learn.
Oh, you're good. Don't use that, bro.
Well, like
bro. That's cap.
Well, like I gotta figure it out. Okay, like there's some things I can fix and there's some things I'm good at, but like I'll figure out how to talk. But and number two, like I have to close deals, and so like I have to figure out how to close deals. There is a book that my friend Jason told me about. He a super ambitious friend that I work with. He has this book. It's by Grant Cardone, and it's called Sell or Be Sold. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that book. He wants me to read it. I'm probably gonna read it after this. Maybe like a little bit, see what it's all about. But like learning how to talk to people is just not the best. So I have to basically get out of my comfort zone and do all of this stuff around it. So like I gotta have a girlfriend. I have all this stuff and like have to make everything like in like work. So I mean. I'm kind of in the position you were when you were in high school, like wanting to be a firefighter and do all this, make content, like that's.
So, bro, you're doing really good. Honestly, like honestly, like you're doing really good. Honestly, like I just got to that position maybe like a year ago. So like I was not like I didn't. I played lacrosse and tennis a little bit and I stopped. Then it was like I didn't really do a lot in high school, so. No, you're doing really good, Austin. Like, you're just doing really good. For me, I didn't get to that point until like a year or two ago, where I'm a firefighter doing that, and I was working a lot of overtime because overtime was really good. But then I'm trying to do martial arts or learning or teaching and training. And then I'm trying to do content, and then I'm also trying to do the course, trying to make the course at the time and trying to get people on it. And I definitely know that feeling. I think there's only really two ways to go about it, really. First, the first real thing is, always think about like what do you really want? What's your goal? What do you really want to do? And always make sure that like you're slowly going toward your goals, or like whatever you actually want to do. Like, that's the thing I always do. Like for me, the firefighting, I still love it. It's great. It's very fun. Even though I'm at a business station and like the our medic unit is freaking. Medic 14 is, yeah, and that's a whole other story. That's
okay, man.
So shout out Tim Ely, Alexio Thomas, Corey Cummings, Spencer Carter. Those guys are mainly on it, but gosh, like that medic unit is something else. To give you an idea, I don't want to say the department I'm on, but you can probably find it. But our medic unit is the busiest piece of equipment on our fire department. And we are the busiest fire department in Louisiana. So out of Louisiana, we have the busiest medic unit in the state. And I was on it last for it. And to go from the medic unit and then to try to go into gun it, it's like you're tired, you want to go to sleep. Yeah. Like that does suck. So, but I still like it. Like I still like it. So, and unless it gets to like a point where it's like, okay, now it's like I don't like it anymore, or it's like it's taking up time where I could be doing something else, like that'll be different. But like for you, as long as you like those things, there's only two ways you really go about it. Either one, continue to just do all three things and just keep trying to juggle it, because like if that's what you want to do, then do it, But then also like what I'm doing right now is it's easy for guys especially to just focus on one thing or focus on like one or two things and just do that all in. And so, like, right now, I'm on vacation, so I'm off for a while. And so with that time, I'm not doing any overtime, I'm not doing any work sprint, I'm not doing any job fire department at all. I'm literally just doing martial arts and social media. That's all I'm doing. And so for me, that was a lot. Because I just focus straight on those two things, and that's literally all I'm doing is just that. And now, it's like I'm back to that happy point in my life where, like, for me, my goal is to be like one of the greatest martial artists of my generation. And so that's, in my opinion, it's very big thing to say. And so I work very hard at it, and I push myself, I discover, I learn, and I really try to like reinvent stuff. And so with that, I like that process. And so that's why I devote half that being martial arts, training, learning, and the other half like social media, like making money, because like, it's like that's the goal. So,
yeah.
But it's either you gotta just do all of it, or find something to cut for now, at least, to just focus on one or two things. So, like, especially if you're getting out of high school, and you go to college, you don't go to college, you can take that time to go into something and, like kind of lock in on something.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna have what's called a leap year or whatever it's called, like a gap year. A gap year.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I can do that because like my mom thinks I'm not ready to leave. But that's completely different because she's always worrying about me, always on my butt about things that are little but yet so big. Like there's this quote, small things make big things happen, which is true. But I feel like these little things can come as they go. Like doing the dishes, doing the laundry, and doing all that stuff. I get it. That's like what a kid does, and like a teenager does, and has to do chores around the house. But I feel like if I'm solely working on the two things that I'm working on right now, and like, okay, I got a house, now I gotta do laundry. Okay, now that it's mandatory, I have to do it. So if that just comes as I'm doing this stuff, then it'd be so much easier to do it later on because it comes as a habit now. So say like I'm working. Oh, I gotta do this now. Put it in there. Now it's like a full cycle routine. Oh, we gotta do this. Now I gotta do it. So I gotta put it in like my routine and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's tough because like you're still in school and stuff, and so it is. You do have responsibilities you have to do, so that's the whole thing too. But I mean, yeah, just stick with it. Whatever you want to do, just stick with it. That's the biggest thing. That's like the biggest thing. Just stick with it. Yeah, and you'll make it really.
Yeah. Let's see. More ideas, thoughts. Is there anything you want to say? Is there like anything you want to tell them? Or
Yeah. I don't know. I had something I asked, but I was gonna say this. I was gonna say I couldn't imagine doing basketball or because I know you're very athletic. You're strong. You're pretty good. It must suck. Doing something like basketball. You're putting all this time and effort. You're working out. You're doing all you're supposed to do. And then for you not to have the time you're supposed to have, so that would really suck. I couldn't imagine if I was doing that. I like martial arts because it is it's kind of like a solo thing, a solo sport kind of where yet again where I really think you get in what you put out, and so I'm the only one measuring my progress, and so I don't have to. The coach is gonna hold me back or something, but for athletes, guys play sports, football, basketball, it's hats off to you because I couldn't imagine doing all the work, running, dribbling, trashing at home, doing all that stuff, and then you barely get time or whatever. Or the coach is picky about when you play and not. That would suck. I don't know what to do.
I mean, I sure.
I'd like to coach or something.
But beforehand, sophomore, junior year, and then I kind of. Well, I'm still doing it, but not doing it as much as I used to. I used to show up early, 20 minutes early to practice, and then I would stay 15 minutes late after school to shoot. And I would do that sophomore year, junior year, and then I don't know what's up with this guy, but I mean, I think he's just very hard-headed and just he wants to win. He wants to win, not the team. The team obviously wants to win, but he wants to win even more, to make him feel good about himself. I mean, that's what I think, because based on what he was saying in the meeting, he's just I don't know, he's kind of stuck up, and like I said, when I was humbling the teammates to work harder, that's because he wants the team or whoever's playing wants to actually get them to play and win games. And if I'm working harder than them, he's obviously going to get mad at people who's trying to win and that are losing. So I don't know. That's if that makes sense. You know what I'm trying to say?
Kind of. Well, yeah. I'm getting that. He's stubborn, and for whatever reason, he just wants the same guys to go out there, and I don't know. That's kind of tough.
Yeah. But, I mean, okay, so what I said beforehand, before I turn this on, I said you're, one of the most interesting people I've ever met. For real.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because, when do you ever run into a person who will, okay, you met him 3 days already, you talk to him every single day, and then he gets on a deeper level and, talks about, how to get girls and how to do this. This just, shows, the open, open person you are. So then, I think that's how everybody should be, but with social media and everything that people want to believe, liberals and, everybody who thinks differently, that's just not how people are anymore. So, you're a prime example of just, how to be open and curious about everything. So, I feel for the people who are listening to this and watching this, I feel this is a prime example of how a human should be. That makes sense.
No, you said it perfectly. People, we're trained as kids that being different is bad. Being different, gotta go with the flow, do whatever else you're doing. But being different is what makes you special.
Yeah.
That's literally the defining trait of special is not doing what everyone else is doing. Is doing something that some people aren't doing. But people look at that's cool, that's interesting, For instance, one of my martial arts teachers, great. Dan Nasano. Drew Dan Nasano was, or is, I shouldn't say was, he is great martial artist, but he was also Bruce Lee's best friend, and like pretty much, I don't know why I'm blanking right now. He's Bruce Lee's best friend, and he teaches like Bruce Lee's art pretty much. Bruce Lee certified Dan Nasano to teach JKD. And, Dan Nasano was with Bruce Lee for 9 years, and he has a lot of good stories on Bruce Lee and stuff, but Bruce Lee's a perfect example of, yet again, doing something different. Being different is what makes you special. And that's literally how that works. And that, I mean, Bruce Lee's iconic because he has different, he has the full stance in the noise, in the sound
He's
effects.
quick, he's like always on feet, yeah.
Yes, and the one-inch punch and the two-finger foot, like because he was different, he's special. Michael Jackson, he had the cool hair, the moonwalk, the singing, the kick, and because he was different and leaned into that, that's what made him special. So, like, I think everyone should do the same thing. Like, that is what makes us, like, us being not the same is what makes us interesting, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone should lean into it, and that's why people should, especially guys, should pursue their passions and, like, see what they want to get out of life and think about the guy who they want to be, and really go after that. That's what it's about, really. It's like, same with you, like, you take the work ethic that you have from basketball, and like you said, you're going in there early, leaving late, like, putting in all the work. Like, if you just take that and put it into whatever you're going to do, it's going to work. Like, that's a fact. It's going to work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just keep it up. I mean, you're already, I'll always say, like, y'all, I mean, the triplets, y'all are all, like, similar, but then different in cool ways, like, and y'all are really just, like, great, awesome dudes. So, I mean, I'm glad I definitely met y'all. Just keep it up. Like, I have no doubt you'll be good. I really don't. I mean, you're like I was not like you when I was your age. Like, I don't know. I was not in the right place mentally in high school. But then when I got out, it was like,
we were like starting to pick things back up.
I got better.
Yeah. I mean, there are some people like that at our school who just like, okay, it was right after the cruise. Okay, that's when I was like trying to get the girl and all that stuff. But besides that, I was helping this girl because she was having a bit of problems and such. That's also one of the reasons why I got with the girl. Not just to like be a problem solver or anything, because that's bad. Being a problem solver in a relationship is bad. So, but I also helped a couple of people. Actually, one of them was Jason. Yeah, with his religious standpoint, I helped him with that, and I also helped my girlfriend. She was having a bit of issues on like her mental space, and I just told her to be happy. Well, not like that, but just like I obviously went in depth with it, but like I told her to be happy, and then she was like, "Oh wow, this is really interesting." She wanted to know more about it, and then I told her how my headspace was because she was like, "Why are you always so happy? I never see you like in a bad space. You're just always like a sun on the earth." And I was like, well, I read this book, and I gained from it, and I told her like how her headspace should be, and I told her that, and she's happy now. So I mean, it worked.
It worked. There you go.
So
there you go. Like most guys, I really think most guys, as long as like you're somewhat on like your purpose or mission or like whatever goal you have in mind, if you're like on that path, then it'll be easy to be happy. But like, at least for me, most guys, when they are depressed or sad or whatever, it's usually because like there's other things going on, but usually they're not on their goal or their purpose or mission. For guys, they're masculine. Like masculine, we're very like goal oriented. Like we want like there's a mission to do. We want goals. We have this dream in our head, and if you're at least on the path to try to get to that, like usually you'll be okay. You'll be in the right headspace. It's like you obviously are. You're doing the business and stuff, the basketball. Like you're obviously on the right track. I'm on the right track, and so yeah. I mean, life's really good. I can't complain.
That is good. Well, it's been an hour of just us talking. Speaking our minds, speaking our brains. What's up in the cells, type stuff. So, I mean, I'm gonna leave it there. I mean, you gave great information. What I was hoping. So, um, yeah, this is Joel. This is the guy that basically helped me. While I was in the middle, he kind of just like, okay, you're. He told me that I was in the middle and put me up in the highs. So basically, yeah.
No, I mean, no, you're obviously a great guy. You know, you, Ben, Alex, you're all great. I mean, you're at a great thing to sit. I mean, a big thing, I think everyone's goal at some point, I feel like so weird, everyone's goal at some point should be to help somebody, to help people, because I think that, you know, we're on this earth to do good, but with that, like, I'll say, like, when I was in high school, like, I would have killed to have, like, someone help me about, like, you know, girls or martial arts. Like, that was a big thing. And at first, I literally was, like, self-taught at first. Well, that's not true. I did Taekwondo at first for, like, 2 years, and then I stopped. And then when I was trying to learn JKD at first, I was self-taught for, like, 2 years. And so, like, I was just scouring YouTube for, like, any information, like, anything at all about Jeet Kune Do. And, of course, a lot of fake stuff. Most of it's not really that good online. They don't know what we're talking about. Until I got to learn from, like, you know, Drew Dan Masano, Super Francis Fong, and all those great guys are awesome. But so that's what I'm trying to do now with the course, like, you know, Jeet Kune Do course for free, something for free, trying to help, you know, help you out in the cruise too, because, like, that's what it's about, you know. It's about helping each other, you know. Like I said, I would have killed to have a free Jeet Kune Do course. Like, I would have killed for that. Yeah. That's crazy. And so, like, I tried the same thing. Like, for you, like, you know, I saw the potential. You got the looks, you got the height, you got the athleticism. Like, you have all of it. So I tried to, you know, help you out. Like, bro, like, you have it. Like, you got it. So, like, I mean, I had to. Like, and I had to. So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Joel. It's been great. I'm glad you did this podcast for me. This is good.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's awesome.
All right. Well, I will talk to you later. Talk to you soon. Maybe we can talk about something else, but I mean, it's basically what this podcast is for. So, I'll see you soon.
All right, bro. Till next time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, bro. Peace.
You're welcome. You're welcome. See you later. 1 hour and 6 minutes of talking to Joel. Now, y'all are probably wondering, I'm not going to sit through all of this and listen to every single bit. Well, I don't expect y'all to. I expect y'all to see and hear this video that we just talked about. We just talked about happiness, helping others. Sorry.
Most kids would have just been glad they had the night off and been on their way.
Happiness, helping others, and being passionate about your goals. And finding what happiness is for others. How to get girls, and why life is so important. We talked about 6 things, and it took an hour. That's probably like, I would say 15 minutes a topic. 15, 30, 45, 60, an hour. And then last topics were probably like 5-6 minutes. Yeah, so, I mean, dude's a smart guy. Dude is literally beyond the Happiness Advantage book, beyond the 48 Laws of Power, beyond literally every single book. Maybe not beyond Reality Transfer Thing. Probably not that book. That book is way above all the other books. I mean, it's just so good to have a Joel. I mean, find your Joel. All right, this is basically what this podcast was about, and I'm glad y'all listened through it. I'm glad hopefully y'all took notes. Hopefully y'all figured something out and learned something from this podcast. Two knowledgeable people talking to each other, learning about other opinions and perspectives about other people and other things and thoughts and all of that. I mean, it's just a good video to listen to, and if you ever need help, go to friend, go to family, go to everything. Even go to this video. I mean, this video has good ideas and good spills about positivity. So this was a great podcast. I hopefully you watched through all of it and took some notes. I will see y'all in the next video. And tell me if you want more podcasts. I will see you on the next video. And I will be I will be posting every single day of my Funnit account. And if I don't have my Funnit account by tomorrow or the next day, I will be posting demo trades once again because I'm not in the right headspace, obviously. So I need to be in a positive headspace, just like what Joel said. So, yeah. Videos every day for the next 5 days, 6 days, something like that. I will see y'all in the next vid.